What's going on, folks? Ted from Immersion here, and a lot of people tagged me in this, so I feel like that means I at least need to make a video on it. And that is some stuff regarding the Tyranny of Dragons book, or reprint, I guess is the better way to describe it, that's releasing in mid-January of next year. Now, we had covered this in the past. There was a lot of speculation, again, some stoked by myself, that perhaps this is going to be an opportunity for Wizards of the Coast to re-release old adventures, whether this was to update them to fit more into the what's mindset and power level of the game right now, or maybe skew it more towards one D&D, or possibly even a more cynical option of allowing them to not have to pay any kind of royalties to the original people who designed it. Turns out all of that is false. This Tyranny of Dragons that we're getting, we saw on Amazon, that's releasing on the 17th of January 2023, is just a reprinted version of the 2019 version of Tyranny of Dragons. So I'll show you it right here. If you're unfamiliar, there was a limited edition cover done by Hydro74, who had done pretty much for a long time all of the limited edition covers of the 5th edition books. And I really, really love the art for this that you can see right above my head here. This is the 5th edition, the Tyranny of Dragons Collector's Edition. This released, I believe, in 2019, and it was, again, a limited edition cover. You could get it, and it would look really cool like this, and it just compiled Hoard of the Dragon Queen and Rise of Tiamat, the two adventures that were written for 5th edition by Kobold Press, into one cohesive book. It did have a little bit of reworking. The biggest one is it included all of the errata, which there's a ton for if you ever go back and look. And it kind of gave you a little more of the lore and background of the adventure and stuff in the first chapter. And basically, what you can see over here on Amazon is a really sweet new cover that they've decided to put out here. And that is this new Tyranny of Dragons cover, which I think is phenomenal. I don't think we've seen true, like, Tiamat art like this before. And I mean, we've seen a little bit here and there, but this art is amazing. And it does defy the Queen of Evil Dragons in this adventure for the world's greatest role-playing game, which is basically, I think, the tagline that was on the front of one of the books. Again, its MSRP is $50. It's currently on Amazon for $37. And yeah, it basically, it says like it's been rebalanced. Again, what we're going off of, a lot of us took that as meaning it was going to be mechanically rebalanced. But one of the folks over at comicbook.com reached out to Wizards of the Coast to get a statement on that specifically, and the statement was, there is nothing new, no new content in this version of Tyranny of Dragons. It's just a new cover reprinted in a non-limited edition cover to be generally accessible by the masses, which is fine. I think it's good rather than having to buy either Hoard of the Dragon Queen or Rise of Tiamat or hunting for the limited edition cover. This is just the new version of it that exists out there all in one book. I wonder if we'll ever see something like this that combines the two Waterdeep books, Dragon Heist and Dungeon of the Mad Mage, into one cohesive book. They are significantly larger books on both accounts, as opposed to, I feel like Tyranny of Dragons, like Hoard of the Dragon Queen, was maybe 150 pages, if that, if not less. So who knows? But it was also the first really adventure outside of Lost Mine of Phandelver. So, you know, it is what it is. Like I said, I have a very nostalgic relationship with this. The first time I was able to play D&D for like a 10+ year period, it seemed like. And my first introduction to 5th edition was with the Tyranny of Dragons campaign. It's not for everybody. They did fix some of the issues that made it very dangerous and lethal when I first played through. But you know what? I'm going to come out here and say this. I'm still going to go out and pick up a copy because I'm the completionist collector of all this stuff. I want to have this cover. But I'm also going to take a look, right? It's supposed to be, we've been assured that it is just purely a reprint. And I hope that that's true because then it doesn't mean that you're not having to have multiple versions of this book. But I feel like, I don't think it was originally called a rebalanced. The adventure hadn't been rebalanced. It had said it was like restructured in the original information about it. So I'm curious. So I'll go ahead and get it. I'll take a look through it. I'll see if they add new errata to the book. And then if there is something new or rebalanced or adjusted in this, I'll go ahead and make a follow-up video highlighting all of that. So anyway, folks, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all next time.